wonder if Johann Sebastian ever felt like he had to prove it to people. I'm sure he did. I'm sure sat in that church in Leipzig many, many times. Good morning, welcome to today's vlog. As promised, the third vlog of this week. I did have my bookshelves very well organised in my studio that I moved out of last year. As I've moved the books around, they've become less organised, and as I moved in March, just as lockdown hit, I didn't get them in the way I wanted to. So what I'm trying to do is get them into different piles. So there is a pile for play-alongs, there's a pile for student music, there is a pile for classical music, there's a pile for Christmas music, a pile for study books, there's a pile for, oh, I didn't realise I had that book, I must look into that. And there's a book of, well, that's where that book's gone. Must get that one down, must get it practiced. So now to try and get them organised onto the shelves. So, done. So what we've got, let me get me in focus. We have teaching materials, followed by Greg Fishman's books, you know, and then a couple of duet books of stuff that, if and when we get back teaching into the studio, this is the stuff I want to grab quickly and easily. Then we've got some reference material, the Berkeley books, the Great Joe Viola books, and then the play-along books, because they're other things that I want to grab when I'm playing myself. So there was a hell of a lot of play-alongs in there. And then at the bottom, always looks a lot less, doesn't it, when you've got them all organised on the shelf. At the bottom we've got the reference material, stuff that either I shouldn't or I don't play very often, you know, so the Omni book, those kind of things. Stuff that are really useful for reference, Christmas music as well, but you don't need all the time. So that's that sorted. Let's go upstairs to the studio. So rather belatedly to today's vlog title, who are you proving yourself to? And it really got me thinking, because I'll be honest, since lockdown happened, and you've heard me talk about it on the vlog, my practice has gone just really, really low. Number of factors in that, you know, increased need for childcare, so I've got the children more often, and I don't want to be spending time practicing when I've got them, and I want to make sure they've got my full attention. Work levels at times have really increased beyond, you know, what I can physically cope with. But really, in a way, it's the motivation. And it's that often repeated phrase, isn't it? What's your motivation? What's his motivation? What's her motivation? Why are they doing that? And I guess, who am I proving myself to? Well, at times it's been my parents, it's been my friends, it's been other people in my life. Sometimes it's not been a healthy time of people I've been trying to prove it to. I've spoken in the past about how, for a time, I struggled a little bit with a form of stage fright, which was if I was playing in a club or a concert, if a certain person walked in, if it was a particular musician that I knew, or I knew didn't like me, or had criticised me, or there were lots of things, I would overtly try and prove myself to them by, you know, calling giant steps, or, you know, trying to play completely out there, completely forgetting about all the other people who were in the audience who were really enjoying what I was playing. And it happens a little bit on YouTube. There probably might even be a sarky comment along the lines, you know, for this video below. And it's a question of, do I divert all my attention towards that horrible comment, that negativity? Or do I try and prove myself to people who actually care? And, you know, do I try and prove myself ultimately to myself. You know, who am I trying to prove myself? Who are you trying to prove yourself to? Not just musically, but in so many other aspects of your life. And I felt, as I'm approaching 40 soon, I've really felt that throughout the first half of my life, that I spent far too much time, and I think we all do it from time to time, but I feel like I spent far too much time trying to prove myself to people who really, their opinion just shouldn't really matter. You know, it's kind of, I was having a conversation with my friend last night, and she was saying about my photographs of Stonehenge. She says, like, they're amazing. Why don't you try and sell some of them? And I said, I can't, because I don't feel I'm good enough. And I'm really fearful that I'll stop enjoying it. A bit like vlogging, you know, I don't pretend to be a great filmmaker. I'm just trying to make some videos and share my passion with you guys on YouTube, and YouTube gives me and all of us an amazing platform to be able to do that. But I see some people's videos and just go, wow, I just, you know, sometimes what's the point getting out of bed in the morning? And sometimes you can listen to saxophone players, can't you? And just think, oh, what's the point? But actually the point is that you've got the wrong motivation at that point. You're trying to prove yourself to the wrong people. You know, try and, you know, get out of bed in the morning and do something you're passionate about, do something that you want to share with, and I guess prove it to yourself that you can do it. Prove it to your own desires and abilities and passions that that's why you want to do it. I mean, I do wonder playing those. I wonder if Johann Sebastian ever felt like he had to prove it to people. I'm sure he did. I'm sure sat in that church in Leipzig many, many times. Kids are on holiday with their mum at the moment, which meant I wasn't going to bother putting the pool up, but it is so hot that I needed to, for me. The biggest problem is I've been filling this for 2.5 hours and it's still not even a quarter full, not even like an eighth full.